This is Rickie News Channel. I'm James Menendez. Our top stories.
Voter concern over inflation remains sky high, as more voters blame higher prices on the pandemic than on the government. At the same time, over half rate their family finances positively, and far fewer are looking for help from Uncle Sam than last year. That's according to the latest Fox News survey released Wednesday. Nearly half, 47%, say the message they would like to give the federal government is "leave me alone," up from 36% a year ago. On the other side, 44% say they would tell the government "lend me your hand." That's down significantly from 57% who felt that way last August. That shift comes almost completely from Republicans. A year ago, they were more likely to ask the government to leave me alone than lend a hand by a slim 3-point margin, 48-45%. Now, Republicans are firmly in the back-off camp by 56 points, 75-19%. Some 69% of Democrats would tell the government "lend me your hand." It was 71% in 2020. Still, the overall number looking for the government to leave them alone is down from the 55% who felt that way before the pandemic, February 2019, and well off the 59% high set in August 2014. While many voters, 53%, say increases in housing costs are a financial hardship for their family, the difficulty is more widespread when it comes to higher prices for groceries, 70%, and gas, 67%. About 3/4 of those with income under $50,000 say both grocery and gas prices are causing them financial hardship, and just over half of those at the $100,000 or more income level say the same is true for them. The degree to which lower-income households are feeling the squeeze on food and fuel is striking, if not surprising, and highlights the risk that inflation could push families on the brink over the financial edge, says Democratic pollster Chris Anderson, who conducts the Fox News poll with Republican counterpart Darren Shaw. When asked about their personal finances, 53% of voters rate them positively, excellent or good, including roughly the same number of Democrats, 57%, and Republicans, 52%. It's a different story when it comes to the national economy, where partisanship takes hold. Nearly 3 times as many Democrats, 43%, as Republicans, 15%, give the economy positive ratings. Overall, 29% say the economy is in excellent or good shape. That's unchanged from 29% in April, but down from 38% last September. A 71% majority gives the economy negative marks, only fair or poor. Most, 86%, are concerned about inflation, and they see lots of reasons for it. 86% think the pandemic is responsible for rising prices, while 79% blame the government's economic policies, and 72% point to the regular ups and downs of the economy. About equal numbers of Democrats, 89%, and Republicans, 84%, point to the pandemic for price hikes, while by a wide 29-point margin, more Republicans, 93%, than Democrats, 64%, blame government policies. Approval of President Joe Biden's handling of the economy dips 4 points since June and now splits, 47-49%. His approval is also down 6 points on immigration, 35-57%, and down 10 points on what is still his best issue, coronavirus, 54-42%. Even with that erosion on specific issues, approval of Biden's overall job performance remains above 50%. Currently, 53% of voters approve and 46% disapprove. Last month, it was 56-43%. He garners the approval of over 9 in 10 Democrats, 93%, more than half of independents, 52%, and about 1 in 7 Republicans, 14%. For comparison, during the first months of former President Trump's term, he averaged 84% approval among his GOP party faithful, 41% among independents, and 8% among Democrats. 60% of vaccinated voters rate their family finances positively, compared to 39% of those who are unvaccinated. Overall, 51% of voters have a favorable view of Biden as a person. It was 54% in April and hit a high of 59% in December 2020. Vice President Kamala Harris' favorable rating stands at 45%, down from 49% in April and a record 54% in December. 56% have a positive opinion of capitalism, far more than the 32% who feel that way about socialism. It's the reverse among Democrats. By a 10-point margin, more view socialism favorably than capitalism, 59 versus 49%. That's a change since the question was last asked in February 2020, when by a 10-point margin, more Democrats had a positive view of capitalism than socialism, 50 versus 40%. For Republicans, 67% view capitalism favorably and 8% see socialism that way. Majorities like the infrastructure packages being considered by Washington lawmakers. 62% favor the $1 trillion U.S. Senate package that focuses on roads, bridges, and rail service, and 56% favor the additional items such as climate change and child care included in the U.S. House's $3.5 trillion package. Both of these majorities are driven by support from nearly 9 in 10 Democrats. Fewer than 4 in 10 Republicans agree. The Senate passed its $1 trillion infrastructure package Tuesday, and the vote was notably bipartisan. 19 Republicans joined 50 Democrats in approving the bill. Could this ease the worry of the 83% of voters who are extremely or very concerned about political divisions within the country? Inflation, 86%, is the only issue that concerns more voters, and almost as many cite violent crime, 81%, and health care, 78%. Note: 3 out of the 4 nights of interviewing were completed before the infrastructure legislation passed the Senate. Conducted August 7 to 10, 2021 under the joint direction of Beacon Research, D, and Shaw & Company Research, R. This Fox News poll includes interviews with 1,002 registered voters nationwide who were randomly selected from a national voter file and spoke with live interviewers on both landlines and cell phones. The total sample has a margin of sampling error of plus or minus 3 percentage points.